This tutorial is going to show you how to make a quiz, a form that you can create for your class. So remember, we're getting to Microsoft Forms through our Office 365 email link on the Tangi Schools homepage. And once you get into your account, you're clicking on the app launcher in the top left corner, and you're going to click on your Forms app. If you've been using Forms, you'll see all of the other forms that you have created. I am going to New, and I am going to title my form Math Quiz. The description is optional, but I'm just going to say, please answer the following questions. The following multiplication problems. And then I want to add a question. My first question is going to be a quiz question because there is a correct answer. And I'm just going to do 5 times 2 equals, and they're going to have to choose the correct answer. So for option 1, I'll do 7 in case they decide to add. Option 2, I'll do 10, which is the correct answer, and I'm going to add a third option, which is 12. Now I need to tell it the correct answer. The correct answer to this problem is 10. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to click the check mark so that the program knows that this is the correct answer. It is not multiple answers, so I'm not going to turn that on, and I am going to make it required. So I'm going to turn on that this is a required question. And I'm going to add my second question. It is also a quiz question. And this one is going to be 9 times 3. And I'm going to make the first one 27. And I'll make the second one 12. And I will add a third option to be 93. This one is my correct answer, so I will leave that as is. I am going to require this question. And I'm going to go down and add another question. Another quiz question. And so this one I'm going to do a word problem. Kathy bought 3 candy bars. Each candy bar cost $2. How much was her total cost for the candy? I'll put $3 as the first answer. Alright, so $3 for the first one. For the second one, I'll put, let's just do $4. And the third one will be the correct answer, which is $6. A lot of money for candy. Alrighty, so I'm going to check the correct answer there. That is my correct answer, and I'm going to make it required. And I'm going to add a fourth question, a quiz question. And let's do 5 times 5 equals 25. And I want to know if this is true or false. It is true, so this is the correct answer. I will leave it. And then let's add one more question. A quiz question. What is the product of 6 times 4. And we'll say 10, 24, and let's do 46. And the correct answer is 24. I'm going to make it required. Okay, so you've got some other things that you can do here. Notice at the end of each response, you can delete it. You can add a message to it. So I may want to say here, if they choose this one, remember this is multiplication. Because if they got this answer, they probably added. And I want to remind them that they are multiplying to get the product. So I will leave that. And then I have the option of putting comments on all of the responses. So if they choose that response, once they submit the form, it will show them their correct answers and their incorrect answers and show them the comments for the answers that they chose. So that is an option on each one of your questions. The other options you have are down here in the 3 little dots. You can choose to put a subtitle after each question. You can shuffle the options. So if students are sitting together, the A, B, C's, and D's will be different for them. It'll shuffle the options. And then I've already made it a quiz, so you don't have to choose the quiz option because I made each one a quiz question. Okay, at any time I can go back and click on a question. And like this one, I didn't require it, so I'm going to go back and check required on that one. Turn that on. You have the option of setting points on your questions. So if I wanted to make this a 5-point quiz, then I'm going to go back in and I'm going to put a point value on each question of 1 point. And this could be a 5-point quiz. 1, and let's add a 1 there. Okay. Now notice there's no save button. It's automatically saving as I work on my form. So I've got all my questions in. I made sure I chose which one was the correct answer. I required the questions that I wanted requiring, and I added a point value to each of my questions for this quiz. So that is how you create a quiz. I can go preview the quiz right here. So this is what the quiz will actually look like for the students. This is the computer view. If I want to see what it's going to look like on a mobile device, I can click there. It shows me the quiz on a mobile device. If I need to go back and edit, I'm going right back here. And I'm back into edit. I can change the theme of my form. And there's just a few to choose from. So you've got some solid colors. And you've got some design. So if you click on one, it just kind of changes the background of your form. I'll leave this one as purple. And then you've got this send form. Send form is where you will find your URL for this form and other options. So here's the link right here. And what you're going to do is copy and paste the link into the Blackboard assignment. You can email the link to people. Each form automatically creates a QR code. So if I click here, there is the QR code that I can download and save to my computer. I could post that on a website or print it out and hang it in my classroom for students to use their devices. I can embed it in a web page. So here's the embed code where I could embed this in my teacher web page. But notice down here at the bottom, here are your settings. So who can fill out the form? I want to know who submitted the quiz so I can see their total score. So I need to know who was filling out the form. So I'm going to say only people in my organization, which is all of my students that are in Office 365, and I want to record the names of those responding. Click on See All Settings. I want it to accept responses. I can shuffle the questions if I choose to. I can apply a deadline for this form. And then options for the quiz. Display the correct answer after responders submit the form. That's optional. If you don't want them to see the correct answers, uncheck it. And then if you want them to know how many points the questions were worth, you would check that. So under Send Form, that's where you set all of your settings and get all of the information for sharing the form. All right, so you're going to create your form. You're going to choose your theme. And you're going to use Send Form to set all of your settings for your form. So once you've done all that, you have completed your form. Remember I said there's no save. So when I go back to my forms here, there is my math quiz that I just created. I have more options here. I can copy this form. I can delete the form from here. Hope this helps you learn how to use Microsoft Forms. Let me know if you have any questions.